series, I think, and not stay competitive against anybody else. So I had to agree with on that. So, well, it was a good conversation. Like how I had to sit there and think about it. I said she is exactly right. So, so let's get into the games of yesterday. Even with Saturday, I missed Saturday games. And did you see any?
Saturday, what, the football game?
Yes, NFL game.
Yeah, I seen. Yeah, I watched them all. Well, I went back over, at least highlighted them. If I didn't see them all, I at least highlighted the game. And I basically, seen all this weekend.
Okay. The Tennessee and Kansas City game. I saw some highlights of Kansas City had an 18-point lead. Then Tennessee's Derrick Henry, I think this is it. Derrick Henry just took over 20 carries for 156 yards. What was going on in that game?
Man, Tennessee just woke up out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what happened because it was a good game too, though. I mean, it was an excellent game to me because I really, you know what I'm saying, I don't really care for the Tennessee Titans or the Chiefs, you know what I'm saying, either one. I was just into it, you know what I'm saying, the play of the game. And like I said, the Chiefs went up, 21-3 at the half?
Yeah.
And then score again. For the rest of the game.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It was just crazy. Like Tennessee defense stepped up, and then they started coming. So they finally got a field goal at the end of the quarter. They made it 21-3, and they just went from there. They came out the third quarter and scored a touchdown, and they came in the fourth and scored that field goal. I feel like, I don't know. It was a good game, man. And I expected Kansas City to really beat those guys.
Yeah. And Kansas City had a little curse on there as well. Last couple times they have gotten in the playoffs, they have been, I think, excellent the first game. But last couple times they've been in the playoffs, so. And you expect they were having a great season at first, and shit. You talk about they probably making a Super Bowl run. Now they're talking about trading Alex Smith and giving the keys to the young kid from Texas Tech next year. So I wonder why Alex Smith could not never stay nowhere though.
Because he's not a really a franchise quarterback.
Yeah.
He's not a franchise quarterback. He's not a Steve Young or guys. He came from that mold maybe, but he's just not consistent enough. That's just in my perspective.
Yeah, because he's been in the league. He's been in the league about 11 years now, right? So close to that.
At least 10. I know at least 10.
Yeah, that's been close. So he his name is done popped up on training rooms. Whoever can, who need his services and stuff like that, and then you seeing these young quarterbacks that come out of college that have on. Most people going on them now. I think it was that what he did last year, making a whole lot of people take notice of the young quarterbacks. Because you'll sit them down and let them run behind, for another year, a year or two.
Yeah.
But, hey, what he done last year.
I feel like he would have been a perfect fit in Philly. And Philly needed that situation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He's the type of quarterback that if your starter get hurt, then he's the one that you want to rely on. He's one of those guys. He's a great secondary quarterback. But to lead a team, I don't think he has it. And to lead a team for 16, 17 weeks, I don't think he has it day in and day out. But he can show up during big games.
Yeah, that's true.
That's just my opinion,
Looking on the other side, Tennessee, Marcus Mariota, he did his thing in his first playoff with this is second year, right? Third year in the league. Him and Jameis Winston came in the same time, and he already made it to the playoffs. I know I'm jumping off with Jameson, but I always felt like, and I tell anybody, Jameson's a good quarterback, but something wrong with the brother. I was I said, somebody they jumped on my back about saying it, but hey, he shows himself, and like I said, his emotions, he let his emotions take over everything, and sometimes you got to sit back and just chill and just like, I feel this way, but I can't show it. So, but hey, he has made, got his first playoff win. A very balanced game what I saw. So, bigs up Tennessee, they came back and got their win. Atlanta Atlanta and the Rams. It was a pretty decent game what I saw. I'm looking at the stats. I'm like, well, the Rams made a whole lot of mistakes and stuff like that. I'm looking at their stats though, as the offense did what they needed to do, but they didn't put up no points. Because Todd Gurley had like 120 something yards rushing. Golf, he didn't make no mistakes. They couldn't produce. What you see out there?
They got set out in 2 quarters, the first and the third. They got set out those 2 quarters, and they barely scored a field goal in the third. So, and the offense didn't really play until except in the second half. Second period, second quarter. That's the only time that they really showed up. That's in my, from my perspective. But Falcons came through the play this year. I mean, they played throughout the whole game. All they needed was maybe a couple of scores in between, in the first and the third quarter, and you got a whole different ball game. But Falcons scored at least 2 field goals or a touchdown in each quarter. Yeah. So
looking at the stats,
you got to match up. Yeah, you got to come with it. You got to match their offense with their offense. You know what I'm saying? With their defense, you got to match it. You got to stand up when they stand up. You know what I'm saying? St. Louis just wasn't tough enough for Atlanta this year.
Yeah.
But I like Hurley, man. Hurley is a great back there, man. I seen a couple of his runs, man. They're gonna be tough, man. But that was Tennessee.
Yeah. Looking at their stats, Jared Goff outplayed Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan 21 for 30 for 218, 1 touchdown. Jared Goff 259, 1 touchdown. Todd Gurley, he outrushed Freeman. Todd Gurley had 14 carries for 101 yards. Freeman had 18 carries, 66 yards. The stats are there, but they just couldn't produce.
Yeah. The red zone, I guess they wasn't getting it in the red zone, man. Yeah. I think the last part they had to go for it, and they couldn't produce, so that red zone was a problem for them. They're going to have to work on that red zone offense during the offseason.
Yeah. And I think the Rams they got what they need. They are a young, talented team, and sometimes you looking at what these teams gonna do the next year, and hopefully they can just keep producing because they got a real talented team with a smart coach, and young, defense is spread it out pretty good. So hey, you never know with the Rams. Well, how far do you think Atlanta can go?
Who they play next? They play
Minnesota, I think.
Yeah, they do play Minnesota. They go to Minnesota next. I feel they can beat the Minnesota Vikings. After they beat the Vikings, then they will have to go against. Let me see if I can find a playoff tree. I mean, I don't see. There's a possibility that they can make it back to the Super Bowl this year.
No, okay.
I mean, they did it last year. They did it last year, and they really have a show they need to put on, man. They really got to straighten their face, man, because they was there. You had everything you needed in this first half in the Super Bowl. You don't let that. That's the most. Maybe the most historical comeback in Super Bowl history. You know what I'm saying? You let that happen to you.
Yeah.
So you got to get, you know.
I take that back. You're right, but they go to Philly. The Saints go to Minnesota. So the Falcons
go to Minnesota. Yeah, the Saints go to Minnesota. You're right, because they said it last night after that.
Yeah. Think about that too.
Okay, so they'll beat Philly without Wentz. I feel like they'll beat Philly without Wentz.
Yeah, they put them in the perfect situation.
Yeah, they really did put them in a good situation to advance. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, they can make it back to the bowl again.
Yeah,
they can make it back to the bowl again. I see. And after they beat Philly, they would have to play. I want to say either Pittsburgh. Would it be Pittsburgh?
No, they have to play Saints or Minnesota. Yeah.
The guy from the Saints and Minnesota. And then again, I see them beating the Saints or Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like they can make it to the league. I mean, like I said, to the big dance one more time.
It's true. Because they beat the Saints one time this year. They were 1-1. They haven't played Minnesota. Minnesota's dangerous. They can be beat, but you got to play them field for field. You know, you got to step for step because they can get away from you if you let them. What's number 19, the white guy? Now that's a bad dude.
But the thing about it, this is a play. That's a different environment. Now this is playoffs. This playoffs and when to go home, and the Vikings have shown that. I mean, besides when they had, Brett Favre down there, and I don't know, man. It should be a good one. It should be a good one. You know what I'm saying? But I think that Falcons might edge them out this year if they make it to that. If they even make it that far now. If we look at the Saints beating them, I think the Saints got a chance with those guys too. And the way they played last night. I feel like they can be in the bowl too as well. Drew Brees, these guys are made for these type of moments. You know what I'm saying? Your Drew Brees, your Matt Ryan. You got these guys that are built for these type of environments. You know what I'm saying? It's playoff time and when to go home. And these are the type of guys you want to go to war with. They war ready. So it's not going to be easy. I don't see the Minnesota quarterback being war ready yet. You know what I'm saying? I don't see him being seasoned enough.
Yeah. But you get in there he gets stuck in that moment. I'm hearing his name already from what, TV analysts. Now, okay, he'll be a starting quarterback somewhere next year. Do you trade him or you let Bridgewater come back and play, or you trade Bridgewater, things like that. So stop getting stuck in the moment. Because you can have one great year, your next year, people going to catch what you're doing. So, and not throwing him out there, but look at Zach. Nobody could have stopped Zach last year. But, people caught what Zach was doing and things like that, and he got stopped this year. And I think, and like I said, I think Zach will be a pretty good quarterback because I think he see what he's done this year, and I think he can go back next year and make it better. So it's about with that his excuse would be. I mean, he had a whole lot to deal with down there that kept that Dallas organization. They was in the spotlight for the whole season. You know what I'm saying? And with all that controversy he had and his players around him having controversy. It wasn't really the controversy with him, but it was just controversy around his players that he got to get the ball to. And it really kind of, messed with his numbers and messed with the team play.